Carolina Insider is presented by Wells Fargo, official sponsor of Carolina Athletics. Visit your Carolina Ford dealer, proud partner of Carolina Athletics. Coca-Cola, there's magic when we cheer together. And by Hardison and Cochran, dial 919 all fours for a free legal consultation.
Hello again and happy holidays. It is another edition of the Carolina Insider. My name is Jones Angel. Appreciate you being here. Next 30 minutes have a bunch of Tar Heel topics to discuss. We'll start on the basketball court. Carolina finally, for the first time since Thanksgiving, picked up a victory. They topped Georgia Tech by 16 in the Smith Center. We'll have highlights from the win over the Jackets. Plus, after the game, Adam Lucas and I sat down for our rapid reactions to the victory. That included some conversations with Hubert Davis and Armando Bacot. You'll see some of all of that in the postgame of Carolina's win over Georgia Tech. Also, we'll go back earlier in the week, an absolute heartbreaker for Carolina's women's soccer team. Led 2-0 late in the game against UCLA, but sees the Bruins score twice in the final minutes. Then the Tar Heels fall in double overtime by the final score of 3-2. But you will hear some of the Tar Heels, Avery Patterson, who had both the goals for Carolina in that game, and Anson Dorrance following that matchup with UCLA. Plus, an absolute legend in Carolina athletics, Karen Shelton, retired this week after 42 years leading the field hockey program, winning 10 national championships. Coach Shelton was honored at halftime of the matchup with Georgia Tech. You'll see some of that ceremony as well. But let's start with the action against Georgia Tech. Carolina gets a 16-point win over the Jackets in the Smith Center.
Tech is milking that clock. They are not shooting until about 5 seconds at the earliest on the shot clock. Love down low to Bacot, gets free, gets the pass, and hammers it home. Throws his body into Trimble, tried to draw the foul, didn't get that, didn't get the basket either. Davis hits the jet, spins through traffic, and lays it in. R.J. Davis spin cycling for two. Bacot hands off to Love on the perimeter. Dumps it back to Bacot, floating to the rim, jams it in, and draws the foul as well. R.J. Davis, front side for Carolina. Heels have not made a three. Davis tries to change it, and he does, stripping the net. Coleman misses the transition three. Trimble runs it down. Still 26-24. Long pitch ahead. Trimble to Bacot for the throwdown. Well, credit Bacot for running. Davis lobs it down to Bacot. Extra pass to Nance. Back out to Davis. Pump fake for three. Sends it in the corner. Nance wide open. 4-3. It's good. Terry missed the three. Rebound Trimble. Crossover in traffic. Oh, a nifty bounce pass to Davis. Give it to him. What a pass and finish. I'm going to tell you what, that was a threading of the needle. Carolina lead. Bounce pass into Nance. Out to an open Love for three. Yes. R.J. Davis on the perimeter. Over to Trimble. Trimble knifes to the free throw line. Hesitation. Pulls up and gets the roll. R.J. Davis bounces in the corner to Love. Big step down the baseline. Kicks it back out to Davis. Gets a clean look at two. And you heard it go right in the heart. The rotation looks good. The arch looks good. Leaky Black steals an entry pass. Eric, here come the Tar Heels in transition. Love hammers it home. Tomahawk for Caleb. It's an 18-point Carolina lead. Washington trying to get position down low. Finally does get the basketball outside the lane on the right side. Backing in, turns, shoots, and gets it to drop home. Well, your first points in the Tar Heel, young fella. They don't just win it, they win it by looking pretty good, too. 75-59. Carolina gets the victory here in the Smith Center against Georgia Tech.
I'm not gonna believe this, girl.
Mom! Dad! Dad, have you seen this?
I did it.
Wells Fargo helps thousands of students go to college
He got in.
by funding $107 million in scholarships and programming for diverse communities.
Don't worry. I'll be back.
When a bank does what it says,
I knew you could do it!
opportunity happens. Doing gets it done. Wells Fargo, the bank of doing.
I need to try it first.
Your life is more flexible and efficient than ever, and your energy is too.
See how North Carolina's electric cooperatives are building a brighter future for the rural communities we serve at ncelectriccooperatives.com/brighter.
Does your team mean the world to you? Then we're just alike. My team here at Hardison & Cochran means the world to me. And just like you, I have nothing but confidence in my team when it's on the line. If you've been injured at work and facing a blitz from the insurance company, I welcome you to call on me and my team. We have 3 workers' compensation experts ready to put in the game to protect you and your family.
Hardison & Cochran, attorneys at law, here for you. 919-ALL-4s.
Your life is more flexible and efficient than ever, and your energy is too. See how North Carolina's electric cooperatives are building a brighter future for the rural communities we serve at ncelectriccooperatives.com/brighter.
I need to try it first.
This holiday season, Ford wants to help you shine bright. Come in now and choose from a great selection of new Ford trucks and SUVs in stock and ready for delivery. Or place a custom order on select vehicles, lock in your rate, and you're protected. Plus, new inventory is arriving daily, so you can drive one home for the holidays. Lock in this low rate plus make no payments for up to 90 days on a new 2022 Ford F-150. Choose from 6,000 trucks and SUVs, only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
Carolina Insider is presented by Wells Fargo, official sponsor of Carolina Athletics.
Welcome back to the show. Carolina getting a nice win over Georgia Tech in the Smith Center on Saturday afternoon. After the game, Adam Lucas joined me. We had some of our thoughts on the victory over the Jackets. Plus, I talked to Hubert Davis. Adam talked to Armando Bacot. Let's give you some of all that post-game reaction after the Tar Heels get their first win on the basketball court since Thanksgiving. Adam, number one, felt good just to have Carolina win the game, but the Tar Heels just looked more like the Tar Heels. And it wasn't a perfect performance by any stretch, but they looked much more like the team you expected to see this year from Carolina.
As you'll hear from both Hubert Davis and Armando Bacot, it just looked like Carolina basketball. The Tar Heels dominated the glass. They pushed the ball in transition. They used good judgment between shooting and passing. They made the extra pass, and as Hubert Davis likes to say, went from good to great offense. And they defended well enough to beat Georgia Tech, and that all adds up to the first ACC win of the year, which is exactly what Carolina needed on Saturday afternoon.
5th time since the year 2000, Adam, that Carolina's had 2 guys have 20 or more points and 10 or more rebounds. So if you didn't watch the game, you'd say, oh, wow, Armando Bacot and Pete Nance had a big day. Not that Pete Nance had a bad game, but he is not one of these two. Bacot had 21 points and 13 rebounds. But Adam, R.J. Davis, 22 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists. Thought it was his best performance of the season, and I don't even think it's close.
And he got those 22 points on 8 of 13 shooting. So he was incredibly efficient. He made good decisions. He got the ball up the court quickly. That was the version of R.J. Davis that everyone thought Carolina was going to get after watching him this summer, because that honestly is how he looked almost every single day.
Carolina also effectively using the bench, Seth Trimble, Puff Johnson, Tyler Nickel, and Jalen Washington getting into the game for the first time. A really talented young player, has battled injuries, has not played in more than a year. So really excited to see him play the last couple minutes of this game as well. As Adam alluded to, let's get to our interviews. I talked to Hubert Davis. Adam talked to Armando Bacot. We'll see and hear both of those conversations, and then we'll come back and get you set for the upcoming week with the Tar Heels.
It's nice to win, and I'm just really happy for all the players. Right after the game, I talked to them and just told them how proud I was of them, of not just the game, the energy and the effort, but also their preparation, attention to detail leading up to this game. And Georgia Tech is such a good basketball team, and they do different stuff on both ends of the floor, so you have to be well prepared, and they were. And I'm just really happy for them. The greatest joy for me as a coach is to see them happy, see them joyful, see them have smiles on their faces, and it's been a couple weeks since they've had that, and so it's good to see them smile.
In addition to winning the game, of course, goal number one, just seemed like you guys played more like the team that it feels like you want your team to be? You rebounded, you ran, you distributed the basketball. Just felt like more like the team you want.
You know, that's interesting because at halftime, I came into the coach's locker room. I looked at all the staff, and I said, that last 3 minutes, for the first time, I feel like all year, it looked like Carolina basketball. We were getting stops. We were running. We were getting layups. We were getting dunks and threes. We were making the extra pass, that play where RJ was wide open, but it was good to great. We talked about we're making passes, but we're not making the extra pass, and he makes that pass to Pete in the corner for a three. That stretch, I said, now this is what I want to see. This is what Carolina basketball looks like. And in the second half, I felt like we sustained that, and we played really well on both ends of the floor.
Another double-double, another double-digit rebound game. You're a guy who appreciates history. That now ties you for the most double-digit rebound games in school history. What does that feel like?
I mean, that really just showed me I've just been here for a long time, really. I mean, 61, dang. Think about playing that many games and then having double-doubles in that many games. That's just crazy.
That is crazy. And it was crazy the difference that you appeared to make back on the court. Of course, we missed you up in Blacksburg. What difference did it feel like there was with you out there with both the Carolina offense and really the defense too?
Yeah, well, I mean, just watching the game versus Virginia Tech, I got to see some of the opportunities that I had, and I noticed that I just wasn't being as aggressive specifically on the offense end, just looking for my shot and really just trying to enforce my will down there. And, I mean, I took 16 shots today, and I'm pretty sure that's the most I took all year. And, I mean, I only shot 50%, but I think just me just being that aggressive, that'll definitely help the team on something we need.
But, you know, we just made a little change, and we said, look, our 5 men, just run as fast as you can to the front of the rim. Let's stay at our spots and to give us spacing. And if we could pitch ahead for a three, we can drive to the basket. But let's look for a quick post-up. They can't double-team Armando in transition. And I think it really opened up everything, and it gave everybody a place to run because they thought they might get the ball. So the wings are running. I might get the ball so I can shoot. Mondo was running. I might get the ball. I can post up. And then RJ and Caleb and Seth did a good job pushing the ball up the floor and getting us to those spots where we could be effective on the offensive end.
So Carolina breaks that long streak of lack of success as they now 6-4 on the season and 1-1 in conference play. Adam Tar-Heels back at home on Tuesday against the Citadel, and then the first of really key neutral site games against Power 5 teams, non-conference. It starts with Ohio State, that's Saturday in New York City, then Michigan after that in Charlotte, all coming before Christmas. These three games, Citadel at home, then Ohio State, Michigan, really important contest it feels like for Carolina to continue to play well, because then it's nothing but ACC after that.
And really determines how you're going to feel going into that big chunk of ACC play, because if Carolina could get on a little roll here and not just win these three games, but play the same way they did today, looking like Carolina basketball, I think you feel pretty good about going into the ACC, where certainly the rest of the league has been tremendously up and some down. And so you feel like you got a chance to compete there. But most importantly, just do this consistently. It's one thing to play this way after you heard from Hubert Davis all week in practice. The other teams are punking you. That's what he kept telling the Tar Heels. And so that was the charge today. Don't let Georgia Tech punk you. And Carolina didn't. And now the test is do it consistently.
This holiday season, Ford wants to help you shine bright. Come in now and choose from a great selection of new Ford trucks and SUVs in stock and ready for delivery. Or place a custom order on select vehicles, lock in your rate, and you're protected. Plus, new inventory is arriving daily, so you can drive one home for the holidays. Lock in this low rate plus make no payments for up to 90 days on a new 2022 Ford F-150. Choose from 6,000 trucks and SUVs, only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
We come from different places to experience a piece of history and leave our own mark on the storied fairways of number 2.
Not gonna believe this, girl.
Mom! Dad! Dad, have you seen this?
I did it.
Wells Fargo helps thousands of students go to college.
He got in.
By funding $107 million in scholarships and programming for diverse communities.
Don't worry. I'll be back.
When a bank does what it says,
I knew you could do it.
Opportunity happens. Doing gets it done. Wells Fargo, the bank of doing.
Your life is more flexible and efficient than ever, and your energy is too. See how North Carolina's electric cooperatives are building a brighter future for the rural communities we serve at ncelectriccooperatives.com/brighter.
I need to try it first.
Your life is more flexible and efficient than ever, and your energy is too. See how North Carolina's electric cooperatives are building a brighter future for the rural communities we serve at ncelectriccooperatives.com/brighter.
I need to try it first.
Carolina Insider is presented by Wells Fargo, official sponsor of Carolina Athletics.
Carolina's women's soccer team was in the national championship game earlier this week, and gosh, right to the very end, it looked like the Tar Heels were going to pick up yet another national title. Led by 2 late in the game, but saw UCLA score twice in the final moments, and then the game winner in double overtime. Let's see some highlights of that really tightly contested national championship match, plus some post-game thoughts from Avery Patterson and Anson Dorrance.
5th foul by the Bruins sets up this free kick for Moxley, who scored off one in the semifinal. Goes to Dorsey. That was the combo that led to a goal against Florida State. Not quite this time. Darlene. Back wide for Moxley. She does get the cross through the header. Goal! North Carolina, Avery Patterson.
And just as Anson talked about, if you're going to send it across the face of the goal, you got to put some pace on it. Just a little bit too much pace for Brisky to come. She decides to stay on her line. And what a ball this is. Moxley getting a little half turn. And it's Avery Patterson with the beautiful header.
So look for a different type of delivery, perhaps. Team leader in assists for the Bruins is Lemos. Closer to the goal it goes. Too close in the end to Allen. It doesn't feel like the Tar Heels have done that to this point. They have still tried to attack as they are here. Another one, Patterson looking for 2. She's got it.
And that is your number 6 center midfield, and Emily Colton getting wide. And again, it's Avery Patterson on that back post. She wants to win a national title on PKs.
Lexi Wright maybe gets one here for UCLA, looking for the corner. Allen lays out. What an incredible comeback. UCLA, it is a new era under Marguerite Alazaza, and they are national champions.
I don't think that there's anything to explain this feeling. Obviously a bit of devastation, and just, we say to not play with regret, and I don't think any of our girls did today, so I wouldn't say that I have any regret right now, but I just feel horrible for our seniors, and just to be able to taste that national championship with 16 seconds left, it's something that's going to be hard to come back from, but again, we don't live with any regret.
If we were better able to sort of hold the ball a bit, because basically we're in sheer panic mode. That's the incredible excitement of coaching amateurs. They're in, full panic mode at the end. And also we that was probably our Achilles heel this year. We were pretty good at scoring goals, pretty good at going up, and then pretty good at not holding on to the lead. I think even in the last game, weren't we up 3-0? And then, Florida State comes roaring back. So I think these are things, obviously, as a coaching staff, we've got to look at to see if we can figure out ways to hold on to our leads. But I was excited about the way we played for the majority of the game, and obviously incredibly disappointed that we couldn't hang on. But these kids had a great season. Avery Patterson, I thought, was phenomenal. That's 90 minutes of the whole left side. Because when you play a 1-3-5-2, the wing backs, the left and right midfielders in the 5, play the whole sideline. And she played, 110 minutes, the whole sideline, scored 2 goals in the back post. So I've got nothing but respect and admiration for her and this team.
I'm not gonna believe this, girl.
Mom! Dad! Dad, have you seen this?
I did it.
Wells Fargo helps thousands of students go to college.
He got in.
By funding $107 million in scholarships and programming for diverse communities.
Don't worry. I'll be back.
When a bank does what it says,
I knew you could do it!
opportunity happens. Doing gets it done. Wells Fargo, the bank of doing.
I need to try it first.
Your life is more flexible and efficient than ever, and your energy is too. See how North Carolina's electric cooperatives are building a brighter future for the rural communities we serve at ncelectriccooperatives.com/brighter.
Does your team mean the world to you? Then we're just alike. My team here at Hardison and Cochran means the world to me. And just like you, I have nothing but confidence in my team when it's on the line. If you've been injured at work and facing a blitz from the insurance company, I welcome you to call on me and my team. We have 3 workers' compensation experts ready to put in the game to protect you and your family.
Hardison and Cochran, attorneys at law, here for you. 919-ALL-4s.
Your life is more flexible and efficient than ever, and your energy is too. See how North Carolina's electric cooperatives are building a brighter future for the rural communities we serve at ncelectriccooperatives.com/brighter.
I need to try it first.
This holiday season, Ford wants to help you shine bright. Come in now and choose from a great selection of new Ford trucks and SUVs in stock and ready for delivery. Or place a custom order on select vehicles, lock in your rate, and you're protected. Plus, new inventory is arriving daily, so you can drive one home for the holidays. Lock in this low rate plus make no payments for up to 90 days on a new 2022 Ford F-150. Choose from 6,000 trucks and SUVs, only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
Carolina Insider is presented by Wells Fargo, official sponsor of Carolina Athletics.
Welcome back to the show, wrapping things up here on the Carolina Insider. Well, part of what makes Carolina so great is the coaches. They have so many long-tenured coaches here at UNC, although over the last few seasons we have seen some turnover there with Sylvia Hatchell and Mike Fox and Roy Williams all moving on from their coaching positions at Carolina. And now Karen Shelton, after 42 years guiding Carolina's field hockey program, has elected to retire. She was honored at halftime of the Georgia Tech game in the Smith Center and also honored by some of her former players this week in a video that was put out as well. So let's get a chance to celebrate one of the all-timers at Carolina, Karen Shelton.
Coach is so awesome. I mean, as everyone already knows, she's a GOAT, best ever to ever do it.
We walk in the room and we see a museum of Karen Shelton's victories.
And the Carolina Tar Heels have completed the undefeated season, culminating to their 10th national championship.
I look up to her in so many ways, and I'm honestly so grateful that I've had her as a coach. She is a mother figure. She's a very unique
individual where she sets those standards and expects you to reach them, but at the same time just wants what's best for you and the team and the program and the university.
She teaches us so many lessons. She always tells us, beautiful, strong, powerful women. All those little sayings, I mean, they really add up and make you a more confident person off the field and on the field.
Since third grade, I've always wanted to come here, and she gave me that opportunity to come here, and I can't thank her enough.
You can't even describe it. You can't describe it. It's just something you feel in your heart, and the love and respect you have for that woman. We all share it, and it's insane.
Her Tar Heels have won 25 ACC championships, and with the team's 2-1 victory over Northwestern a few weeks ago, earned the program's NCAA record-setting 10 national championships. Most importantly, and it is the most important, Coach Karen Shelton served as a mentor, teacher, and a champion for generations of young women who have gone on to successful lives and careers. Nothing, Coach Shelton, that we can say or do today is enough to say thank you for all that you've done, and we wish you the very best in your retirement, and you always will be a Tar Heel. Congratulations.
That'll do it for us this week. Back again next weekend. That will include some men's basketball highlights. Carolina hosting the Citadel on Tuesday and then heading to New York City to take on Ohio State as part of the CBS Sports Classic. That and more next week on the Carolina Insider.
Carolina Insider is presented by Wells Fargo, official sponsor of Carolina Athletics. Visit your Carolina Ford dealer, proud partner of Carolina Athletics. The 2022 Ford F-150, a tradition of excellence. Visit your Carolina Ford dealer today. Carolina Insider is produced by Go Heels Productions for Tar Heel Sports Properties, a property of Learfield.